I think emergency management is about relationship building. Emergency management creates the framework that we use to reduce our community's vulnerability to a hazard and to cope with a disaster after it happens.
Anytime a local agency, a local entity, or even a state agency has to respond to an event that they can't manage the event with their resources, then that's when you get emergency management involved, whether it's your local emergency manager or the state emergency manager. Both of us have enabling legislation or ordinances that allows us to tap into all the resources that a county has or the state has. We're merely facilitators and enablers. It's our job to make sure that that local incident commander or the state person in charge of whatever event they're managing is successful.
Emergency management to me is basically a spirit of cooperation between agencies within a county. If you will, picture a wheel, and emergency management, as far as emergency response being the hub of that wheel and the other agencies being the spokes. We coordinate the activities, we respond to the other agencies and help them provide the necessary services they need within their county and help get resources they need to perform those services.
Emergency management would be the one department within each county that acts as the coordination for all of the other emergency services. Participates in a large amount of planning, overall training and exercise activities for the county to coordinate and ensure that all of those agencies are working together prior to and then when the wind begins to blow and the waters begin to rise.
I see it as teamwork, a group of emergency responders working together to ensure the safety of the citizens within my county. I do not believe that one person can do that. You just have to develop relationships within all emergency response agencies, as well as the public and private partnerships that you have to develop.
Emergency management is a coordination of all agencies that come together to protect the public. We serve all disciplines, whether it be fire, EMS, law enforcement, agriculture, recovery, Red Cross.
What we do is to manage that span of control with those resource requests coming in to the state level is we have regional coordination centers. These centers are pre-established, three geographically across our state. The biggest thing is we're trying to get resources, people, commodities, get the speed to the need. We never want to be late with delivering services, resources, swiftwater teams, our urban search and rescue teams. We won't be able to pre-deploy those, have those out in those regional coordination centers under their direction and control that they can immediately get the resources out when we need them.
We do say all, and you'll hear this anywhere you go in the nation, is all disasters begin and end locally. So in emergency management, as I mentioned, we don't have the resources, but we have established strong partnerships with other state agencies, with counties, with the federal government, so that we can very rapidly get resources downrange and what I call the battlefield and the disaster operation very, very quickly. And so that's the key, I think, to our success, is the interpersonal relationships that we strive to maintain each and every day.
I think the biggest thing is just a spirit of partnership and cooperation. None of the counties, none of the municipalities in the state are as autonomous as they would like to be. They depend on one another. The state of North Carolina depends on us, we depend on them. So it's cooperation and coordination between us that allows us to do what we do within the state.